20 is the Southern States leave. Alright, so we're really reading about the, sorry for the bad Southern accent. I don't mean to make fun of anyone who's Southern. I'm sure you make fun of our Boston accent, so it's fine. The Southern States leave is really about the causes of the Civil War. So first we're going to read a whole chapter about what caused the Civil War. Slavery! And then we will read about the Civil War itself. So, really, slavery caused the Civil War. There are other reasons, but even most of them is because of slavery. I think everyone knows that. This is one of those historical things that's right. And some people have tried to change that a little bit, try and say, oh, maybe it wasn't all about slavery. It was all about slavery. All right, but we'll read about the details of it. Wait a minute. It was about the expansion of slavery. Okay, really? Okay. Still slavery. All right, so the United States had become a large country after the Mexican War. But things were not going well in the United States. The northern states were quarreling with the southern states. The northern states were called the North. And the southern states were called the South. Well, that's just brilliant. Right. Why did the North and South quarrel? An important problem was slavery. Yeah. In the early days of our nation, there were slaves both in the North and in the South. But farms were small in the North. The North had many factories. Most people there did not need slaves to work on their farms and in factories. There were fewer slaves in the North. In the South, some people owned very large farms called plantations. The owners grew cotton, sugarcane, and tobacco on their plantations. Plantation owners needed many workers. Many plantation owners bought slaves to do the work. The plantation owners thought they could not grow crops without slaves. A small group of rich plantation owners owned most of the slaves. Most people in the South did not own any slaves. But almost everyone in the South agreed that slavery should be allowed. The North did not agree. After the Mexican War, more Americans moved to the West. People from the South started new plantations in the West. They wanted to bring their slaves. The northern states did not want slavery in the West. The North and South began to quarrel. And then in the North, many people said that all people should be free. Well, that's a concept. Of course all people should be free. I can't believe you have to say it. They said that it was not right for one person to own another person. In the South, people said the Constitution allowed slavery. People in the South said that people in the North should not tell them what to do. The people in the North wanted to make new laws against slavery in the West. This made the South very angry. The South was worried because many Americans had become abolitionists. They were working to end slavery. Some people wrote books and newspapers that told why slavery was wrong. Some people gave speeches against slavery. Other people helped slaves run away from their owners. Harriet Tubman was one of the people who helped slaves become free. Harriet Tubman had been a slave herself. She had run away to the North. In the North, she became a free woman. She went back to the South and helped slaves escape to Canada. In Canada, the slaves were free. Harriet Tubman helped hundreds of slaves get their freedom. In 1850, Congress passed a law about slaves who escaped to the North. It was called the Fugitive Slave Act. The new law said that all escaped slaves must be returned to the South. People who did not return slaves were punished. This new law made the North very angry with the South. In 1861, a man named Abraham Lincoln became the President of the United States. What kind of man was Abraham Lincoln? He came from a poor family. He lived very far from school when he was young. He only went to school for about 1 year. Lincoln learned as much as he could by reading books. He grew up to be very tall, thin, and strong. So he was homeschooled. He just read books. He became a lawyer. Many people liked Lincoln because he was honest and smart. President Lincoln believed that slavery was wrong. He promised he would not try to end slavery in the South, but he said slavery should not be allowed in the West. The North liked what Lincoln said, but the South did not. The South believed Lincoln would work to end slavery everywhere. 7 Southern states decided they no longer wanted to be part of the Union. The Union is another name for the United States. In 1861, these 7 Southern states started a new country. They called their country the Confederate States of America. The Confederate States wrote their own constitution. It had laws that allowed slavery. The Confederate States had their own flag and their own money. Jefferson Davis became president of the Confederate States. Soon 4 other Southern states joined the Confederate States. President Lincoln said that the United States must be one country, not 2. Would the Union and the Confederate States become one country again? Would it take a war to bring them together? Read chapter 21 to find the answers to these questions. Really? You need to read chapter 21 to find out there was a civil war? Really? I hope we figured this out by now. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that they try to have suspense on that one. Is there going to be a civil war? The next chapter, the title. The Civil War. I mean, really?
Come on.
Come on. All right, guys. Well, it's been a great time. We're going to learn about the South and the North and the Civil War next time. Okay? Bye.